welcome to another video here on my channel. My name is Lissa and I have been eating a raw vegan diet for over a decade now. Today I would like to share with you our current Fallback 5 and what is Fallback 5. Let's chat about that in this video. Thank you so much for joining me today for another video here. If you like these videos, you know what to do. Click like and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you have not yet, and go check out all the resources we have down below. We have so many things to help you add more raw food to your diet. We've got our online community where you can watch our live raw food classes. You also get access to all our previous classes, like our wrap class, the sushi class, the taco class, our grow-alongs, all the cool stuff's going on over in the community. So join up now. You can also get 40% off any or all of our raw vegan recipe ebooks with code RAWFOOD40. You can enjoy our online meal planning app, which you can download from the App Store or go to rawfoodromance.com. And we have print versions of our ebooks, the wrap book, the burger book, the soup book. Those are in print on Amazon. Links for everything down below in the description box. All right, so what are our Fallback 5? Actually, let's chat about what is a Fallback 5. So this is something that I kind of coined, I guess, long time ago, like a decade ago. The Fallback 5. These are your top 5 things that you fall back onto when you're stressed, when you're tired, when you're bored, when you really don't want to make something. Find 5 recipes that you know, you love, and you have ingredients on hand to make at any time. So when you get home from work and you just don't want to make anything, maybe it's my French dressing, which is really super simple. I'll share it with you right here. You can write it down, pause, rewind, watch again. It's 5 dates, the juice of 1 lemon, 2 cloves of garlic, half a teaspoon of smoked paprika, 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. If you want, you can leave it out if you want. 1/8 of a teaspoon of chipotle powder, and about half a cup to 1 cup of water, depending on how thin you like it. Use more water if you want a thinner style dressing. You could add a little chia seeds to this if you want to get some omega-3s in there. You could switch up the spices, make it Greek, make it Italian, make it Mexican, make it curry, whatever you want to change it, you can. But this is one of the Fallback 5s that I ate all the time when I first started. Finding your Fallback 5 will really be helpful in those default times where you just don't want to make anything, but you know you have dates, you know you have a lemon, you know have garlic, you have your spices, you can just go through the motions and make the dressing. You'll be happy that you did make a better choice because you have these fallback recipes that you can fall back on when you are experiencing times of stress, boredom, or whatever it is. So our current Fallback 5, let's start with those. Number 1 would have to be our everything but the bagel wrap. The reason we make this one so often is because I have the recipe memorized, for one. That's a really important part. It's memorized, so I don't have to go into my book or anything to get the recipe. It's all up here. So that, and also we always have all the ingredients to make that specific recipe. We always make sure that we buy ingredients to make everything bagel wraps. So when we do need them, I can just go in the kitchen, go through the motions, make the wraps, and we're good to go. So the everything but the bagel wrap is probably our top Fallback 5 right now. And I always make sure to have extra wraps on hand. So when we are really super busy, we can just make up a wrap really quick and eat that for lunch or dinner even. They're great for travel, work, school. Kids love them. They're really, really awesome. So I definitely encourage to try some of the wraps if you have not yet. There's 34 different recipes in the hand salads ebook, and you can get that on our website. Use code RAWFOOD40 to get 40% off. And if you don't know how to make the wraps, join our community, because when you join the community, you get access to all our past class replays. And we have a 3-hour wrap class in there. So if you really want hands-on visual to see us make them, we batch prep them as well. So you can learn how to batch prep your own wraps too. Join the community so you can get access to watch that video and learn a little bit more about the wraps, because they really are game changers. And I will add really quickly here, our favorite sauces right now for the wraps are the Divine Lime, which you can find in the community or in Meal Plan Volume 3, or the buffalo sauce. That's probably my top favorite right now. We go through phases, and your fallback five are going to change as you find new recipes, as you explore new things, new combinations. It's totally okay for your fallback five to change. But right now, the buffalo sauce is my absolute favorite. Ooh, I love it so much. I really like spicy things, and it's a very, very spicy dressing or sauce or dip, if you want. That recipe is in the burger book. So if you want to make some buffalo sauce, get the burger book so you can enjoy that one. It's really good on wraps. Fallback five, number 2 would be our tahini dill salads. This has definitely been a very big go-to. Nate will sometimes be like, "So what do you want to have for dinner?" And I'll look at him and be like, "Tahini dill," and he'll be like, "Tahini dill." So we make that one super often. And again, the recipe is in the community. We have a lot of different tahini dill style recipes or hemp dill in the ebooks as well as the app. They're all over the place because we really love that one a lot. But the actual tahini dill recipe is in the community in the recipe section of the classroom. Fallback number 3 is the ramen. That recipe is in Meal Plan Volume 2. And I've talked about this one quite often here on the channel. This is an easy one that you can make. You don't necessarily need a recipe. You can use any sauce you like. We like to use the ramen sauce from Meal Plan Volume 2. We sometimes add a lot more ginger or garlic to it, other spices to flavor it up a little differently. But what you do basically is on nights that really don't want to make a big salad or what have you, we'll just chop up a bunch of veggies. Usually it's mushrooms, onions, bell peppers, broccoli, and I don't know, maybe carrots or celery. And we mix it with the sauce. Then we put that in the dehydrator for about an hour. And then when it's dinner time, an hour later, we spiralize some cucumber or zucchini if you want to, and we just put the marinated veggies on the cucumber. It's a super easy, simple recipe to make, and we absolutely love it. It's one of our go-to fallback 5. Number 4 would be Greek or French dressing. These are super simple. Again, I shared the French dressing earlier. Greek would just be leaving out the smoked paprika and the chipotle powder and adding oregano and basil and Italian herbs to that. You can add miso if you want it to be a little salty or umami. Greek or French, again, both recipes are in the community. So if you are in the community, those are in the recipe section of the classroom. They're also in the dips and dressings ebook. So if you have that ebook, you can get those recipes as well. All our recipe ebooks are 40% off. Again, code RAWFOOD40. Link is down below. But these have been on the fallback 5 list for a decade. These are probably our top go-tos for the longest. They've always been on the fallback 5. They're super easy to make. We always have the ingredients on hand, and we always feel refreshed and light after eating them. So we really love them, especially for lunch. And finally, number 5 in our fallback 5 is currently the lemon Lebanese-style lentil soup. You can get this recipe in either the community, in the recipe section of the classroom, or you can get it if you have Make It Raw Volume 3. This recipe ebook I wrote with Chef AJ, and this recipe is in there. It's basically a soup with sprouted lentils. So what we like to do is we like to sprout lentils in advance, and we freeze them. So whenever we want to have a hearty soup or stew or whatever, we take the lentils out of the freezer. They're already sprouted. They're nice and soft because of the freezing and thawing technique that we learned from Chris Kendall at the Raw Advantage. Then we can just make a quick soup, blending up a soup base. It's almost as fast as making a smoothie. It's a little longer because if you want to make the chunky thing, basically just chop up a bunch of vegetables and put them in the dehydrator for about half an hour to an hour, blend up a soup base and add that. We like to add massaged chard to that one. It's a really simple, super easy recipe to do, kind of like the ramen, but a soup version because we're blending up a soup base. But if you want soup recipes, we have a soup ebook with 77 soup, stews, curries, chilies in there as well. Again, all of our ebooks are 40% off. The code is rawfood40, link down below. So thank you for watching this video. I hope our Fallback 5 inspire you to create your own Fallback 5. What are the top 5 recipes that help you to stick to things when you're feeling tired, stressed, bored, whatever it is? What are those recipes? Actually, share below. What are your top Fallback 5 raw and vegan recipes that you really love to make when you are feeling like you don't want to make anything at all? Share below in the comments and check out all the links that we have in the description box below. We have our online community, the recipe ebooks, the meal planning app, and our print versions on Amazon. All the goodies are linked down below. We will see you next time for another video tomorrow on our channel. Thank you so much for joining, and I love you, and fruit on.